Hi, and welcome back to 1851's Franchise Development Website Awards Series. My name is Ben Warren, and I'm so excited to be joined today by one of our judges for the awards, Michelle Rowan, President and COO at Franchise Business Review. Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. This is one of our team's favorite projects to check out what people are doing. So thanks for having us.
Cool. Yeah, of course. Well, let's jump right into the questions. First
Okay.
of all, did any trends stick out to you this year when you were reviewing the sites?
Yes. So I think that we're seeing a lot more transparency than ever before. So much information on the sites. And I think there's an effort to provide really clear expectations of what the next steps in the process would be and what it would be like to run the business. So I think that's important. And the other thing is lots of video, lots of content. People have caught on that the written and video amount that you use to storytell has definitely increased.
Cool. So those are a couple of good traits that you noticed that you think brands should be embracing. Are there other good traits you think that brands should be embracing? Are there bad traits you noticed this year that you think brands should be avoiding when designing their franchise development sites?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's things that are bad, but things to think about. So on the great side, again, I think having a lot of content, it's what SEO engines want, but I think it's also what users want. They want to know. It's like how everybody buys everything now. Franchising is no different. There's some people that want to self-direct that exploring process, and others need to be handheld. So giving them as much information to move forward, I think, is important. So what I saw for good traits is that people are definitely focusing more on what's in it for the person coming to the site. So in this case, it would be the candidate versus why we're so great. So I saw a lot more of that messaging kind of shift to really think about what's in it for them to join your brand. So I thought that was great. I thought the mix of providing hard kind of factual information, infographics, numbers from their FDD, that kind of thing, that also counteracted with the stories and the people that are running the brand or the people that are the current franchisees was a good mix because everybody is attracted to different things, either numbers or words. So I thought that was really great. But the bad, it's not really a bad trait, but I think it's a missed opportunity that, and I think I mentioned it last year, nobody's taking advantage of chat boxes. So it's a
Hmm.
great way to let people connect immediately if they're interested and they're excited. That might be a missed opportunity to just engage with people right away, where franchisors are really focused on speed to lead or how many missed connections there are after they fill out the form. So if you can make it available to them right then, it's great. And I think we're seeing more people embracing mobile technology and mobile design of how the people are searching on their phones. So it's getting better, but I still think there's some bad sites out there thinking about it from a mobile standpoint.
So you mentioned chat boxes and the sort of the importance of a mix of content, infographics, things like that. Are there any other examples of unique or unusual content forms you saw that you think would be valuable for more brands to adopt?
So I really liked, and of course, we are a third party that helps with validation. So I'm going to say this, but I saw a lot of third party accolades or support of the business model. So I think that's important if you think about review sites, not just you saying that you're great, but what kind of outside sources can support that. So I thought that was really great and kind of a smart way to differentiate from if you have a lot of people that are in your space, just a nice way to try and kind of set yourself apart from others that might be in there.
So, in a broad sense, what kind of stories do you think brands need to be telling on their development websites?
Yes. So, and I think a lot of them are doing this, but I think it's important to think about what it's like to actually run the business
Right.
in the way that we sell to candidates. Thinking about just because I own a cleaning company does not mean that I'm going to be cleaning. So, just kind of talking about what that looks like for a franchisee to actually operate their business. What are they spending their time on? And the types of people in your system. So, like-minded people are usually attracted to that. So if you can tell the stories about where they came from, I think that's a great way to just kind of have your candidate connect with people that are doing well in your system. What were they doing before or what type of personality? And then again, I said at the top, I'm such a huge fan of setting realistic expectations. So not talking about what your top 10% in the system do, but giving them a real picture of what it would be like financially to invest in your business and how long it would take to ramp up. And I know that a lot of that comes from storytelling because unless it's in your FDD, you can't really disclose it. But I think that's important for people that, especially now, might be a little bit hesitant to invest the money, that they're still kind of waiting for what's going to happen. So, what can you give them to help them show stability, or give them that kind of ramp up timeline they'd be looking at?
What kind of COVID messaging were you seeing, if any? And do you think that's still a strategy that brands should be focused on right now?
Yeah, so I didn't see a lot of it, and I think that, especially in franchising, franchise executives tend to be very optimistic. If you go to any conference right now, people are over it and don't want to talk about it. But I think from a candidate standpoint, it is important. It's definitely being asked on validation calls. So providing your franchise candidate with how you kind of stepped up, or the way business changed, or how you were able to work with the franchisees, that's become a big decision maker or breaker for candidates, because I think everyone's kind of thought that this could happen again with something else. So how did they work together, the franchisor and the franchisee, to really navigate the chaos? So I think it is important, but I get the need or the want to kind of look ahead, and it's an exciting time for franchising, and everybody wants to kind of move forward and stop talking about it. But I think there's an opportunity to address that fear potential for candidates.
Well, super valuable insights as always. Those are all the questions I have for you today, Michelle.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to check in with you again soon.
Yeah, thanks so much. Have a great day.